How could God have light on day 1 of creation and the sun not made till day 4 of creation? I'm Eric Hovind with questions at CreationToday.org. Brian from Denver, Colorado wrote in with this question. He asks, please help me understand how the earth had light before we hear about the sun and the moon coming into existence. How is that possible? By the way, love your ministry, keep it up. Well, Brian, thank you very much. And after I give you this answer, I want to know, for those of you watching, if you agree or disagree with me, but please hear me out and listen to my answer before you make your decision, okay? At first glance, this seems to be a contradiction. And because of this apparent contradiction, skeptics and even some of my friends who are proponents of old earth creationism have used these two passages in the Bible to say that we can't accept the creation narrative in Genesis as it is written. We have to reinterpret it. So let's look at the text together and see what it actually says before we choose our position. In Genesis chapter 1, verses 3 through 5, we get day 1 of creation. It says this, "And God said, let there be light. And there was light. And God saw the light that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day." Then verses 14 through 19 is where we get day 4 of creation. It reads like this. "And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the 4th day." So, where's the contradiction? In order to see a contradiction, you would have to assume that either day 1 implies the creation of sunlight, and therefore the sun already existed for 3 days before it was created on day 4, or you have to assume that no light could exist without the sun that was made on day 4. And so one of the days of creation in Genesis can't mean what it says. However, these apparent contradictions require you to read things into the text that aren't actually in the text. Day 1 does not say the light comes from the sun. It doesn't call it sunlight. It merely says God made light. And we can reasonably infer that the light was placed on one side of the earth and not the other because there was a separation of day and night. A localized light source doesn't require the sun. Light is a photon, and it exists independently of the sun. You probably have something in every room of your house or on a device that you've got that can produce light without being a sun. Similarly, on day 4, we are not told that the earth received its first light or its first daylight. We are told that God made the greater light to govern the day, meaning that He made the sun and gave it a purpose. Whatever source of light there was, even if it was a physical source of light, was replaced by the sun. So, what was the source of light on day 1 of creation? We don't know. The text doesn't tell us. We know it was not the sun, okay? Because that was made on day number 4 of creation, and there is clearly no problem with light existing before the sun existed, because we have ways to make light without the sun right now. Now, there might not have been a physical source of light. After all, where did the sun come from? I mean, where did the heavens and the earth come from? God called them into being from nothing. And they were. It makes little sense to say that God could call the heavens and the earth into being and make time, space, matter, and energy, and a watery earth all from nothing. But then say, well, God couldn't figure out how to make light without the sun, when we can do it with the light bulb. If we can figure it out, I'm pretty sure God could figure that out too. Or maybe he made light without some physical source, just as he had done with time, space, matter, and energy. So in short, God made light and used it to determine day and night as the earth rotated on its axis into and out of that light. Several rotations or days later, he made a natural physical source of light, which we now know as the sun, to take over the job, causing the day by providing light. There is no contradiction with light existing independently of the sun. And just like so many alleged contradictions in the Bible, this one requires you to read into the text of the Bible things that the Bible doesn't say. Now, when we let the text speak for itself, we try to understand in context, we can see that the Bible can be trusted from cover to cover. Now, I want to know, do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments. Hey, I want to take a second to say thank you to all the partners of Creation Today for helping us make this video possible. If you enjoy these answers, we would be honored to partner with you in reaching out to more people. Simply visit us at creationtoday.org/partner. Brian, thank you so much for your question. If you have questions, please send them to questions@creationtoday.org. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And agree or disagree with this video by saying so in the comments. God bless.